starter's been acting up on me. Well, not the motor itself, but the actual solenoid. The coil works, but the switch, the actual contacts in it do not engage the motor. And now when I turn the key, all I hear is a relay. So first thing I did was try jumping it directly on the car, and it would push up the motor gear, the drive gear, but it would not trigger the motor to turn. So something screwy going on with the solenoid. Now when I'm engaging the key, even that stopped working. So I'm not sure what's going on with the wiring. First thing I want to do is check the starter. Easiest way to get to that is to, on a non-turbo, turbo is a little bit more complicated. You have a lot of piping to remove. You've got to pull the intake off. That's the only way to get to it. On the normally aspirated, you can pull the upper half of the manifold, leave the throttle body attached, remove all the hoses, remove the 2 retaining screws on each side, and it will just pop off, and that will give you access down there to the stanchion brace here. There's a brace right there on the bottom support of this lower half of the manifold. That bolt goes through the starter into the front of the bell housing, and then right down there is a bolt that goes through the top corner up here, like right in this area of the bell housing into the starter. So you have to get that out, and then you have to get that nut off, and then you can swing that out of the way. And then you drop it down to the bottom of the car. There's no way without removing all of this to get it back up this way. So that's what I've done, and the manifold's just gonna lay here until I'm done. So motor works. It actually is engaging. It just is not triggering the contact that's in power down here to the motor. So nothing wrong with the motor. The motor works fine. So I hate to spend $190, $200 on a rebuilt starter when the only thing wrong with this is the contact in this solenoid. Everything else works. And it's an original Saab starter. The casing's even stamped Saab. 423510, I believe, with a Bosch solenoid. I think I can get this solenoid. I'm going to double check the number here. I think I can get that one online. It actually is also used on a BMW, I believe. Pretty standard motor for like 50 bucks. If you go to Rock Auto or one of the other sites, they show you a solenoid on there from Bosch and a couple of other manufacturers for like $140 when you can get a rebuilt starter for $180. Why get the solenoid? Well, you can get the whole thing and keep this as a spare. But I'm going to try to fix this one more time. I've already gone through and rebuilt the motor in this. I've cleaned everything out. Everything everything works. The brushes are fine on it and all of that. So the only issue really is the contacts here on the back end of this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this to work. You cannot take this apart. It is a crimped can. There's no way to disassemble it. So if there is a broken contact tab in here, I'm not going to have a choice but to replace either the solenoid if I can find a decent price, or a completely rebuilt starter, which I really want to avoid. So I did a little searching online, and I found a potential Bosch replacement for around $60. But I also found, I also found this on Amazon. Rareeletrical solenoid, which most likely is Chinese. Who knows how long it'll last, but it is noted this 339-303-207 is this starter solenoid series. And this one -707, not sure what the indication is. That maybe that was part of it being an assembly with the starter, I don't know. But $19.99 on Amazon here in the US, and they actually do show it applicable to Saab 93, 99, 900, 94 to 98, and then the 9000, 94 to 98. For $20, I'm gonna try it, see how it works. If I have problems with it, I'll look at getting the Bosch branded product. No more than this car is probably going to be started. It'll probably last a while. So we'll pick that up on the video when the part comes in, probably this Friday. So hopefully this weekend I'll be able to actually install it, and then we'll test it out, put it back on the car, and see if we can get the car running again. So here we've got the solenoid which came in. It's definitely Chinese made. It is a WAI components, and there is the part info. This was $20 on Amazon. And instead of a spot weld, it is crimped. That looks fine. Same made up. Made the same way. It looks like it's a. It looks like it's going to be, yep, the exact copy. Much easier to push than that one. But is it actually going to engage properly? I guess I can hold them both and see. Stay. Okay. It's good. Let's install it. I got some new Allen head screws to put this back in. So remember, we want to attach it here to the lever first. Let me sand that down real quick. Get that a little cleaner. Spring, and then line it up. Okay, let's see what happens now. Give it a ground. That works fine. Do we have continuity? Oh, come on, see on there. Huh. Okay. It works. So I guess we can go put it in the car and see if all's good to go. Check the motor one more time.